دكتورة أميرة صلاح حتستعرض معاكم ال 5 secrets behind سباهي JCI Accredited Hospital. طبعا دكتورة أميرة صلاح هي استشارية ومحاضرة للمعهد الأمريكي للعلوم الطبية، ماجستير إدارة جودة، ومعاها بورد أمريكي ما شاء الله في مكافحة العدوى، وبورد أمريكي في الجودة، وبورد أمريكي في الصيدلة الإكلينيكية. أهلا يا دكتورة، معاك المايك.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Mariam, for this informative session. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your invitation and the excellent and organized forum. And it's my honor to be with you for the next 15 minutes. Our topic today is 5 secrets behind JCI and SBAHI Accredited Hospital. Actually, there is many secrets, but due to limited time, we will focus mainly on the main 5 secrets. By the end of this lecture, we will answer these 5 secrets or 5 questions. So please, I'd like you to, can you think of answering this question? First question, who can get benefits from accreditation? We will answer this question. Second question, how can you be ready for any survey? Actually, we have 2 scenarios. The third question, what's your role in accreditation? And my role is in accreditation to be ready for the accreditation and to pass the survey for sure. But what about if I will think as a surveyor? So we'll discuss surveyor point of view to be ready for accreditation. Also, what is the survey cycle and what is the cycle, not the straight line, why it's like cycle. The 5th point is a very simple workshop for visit preparedness plan. So let's start. Just a pretest to refresh your mind. If I ask you, what's accreditation? Accreditation is, could you answer please in chatting box? Accreditation is self-assessment or external peer assessment process. In accreditation, we will do self-assessment or external peer assessment process. Just in 5 seconds, please. Yes, excellent. It's both. We have, this is a typical definition for accreditation. Accreditation is a self-assessment and external peer assessment process. So in accreditation, you will do self-assessment for your organization before the surveyor come and do peer review for your organization. So this is a typical definition for accreditation, self-assessment and external peer assessment. Why? What is the benefit from accreditation? Actually, the benefit for accreditation summary as a continuous improvement for the healthcare organization, but we have many benefits for accreditation. Who can get benefits from accreditation? Could you answer this question, please? I like the lecture to be like a 2-way communication. So please think about this question. Who can get benefits from accreditation? Hospital, staff, patients. Okay, patients, okay, all. It's okay. Actually, all, but patient is the biggest beneficiary from accreditation. Okay, patient is biggest beneficiary from accreditation. Also, hospital will get benefits from accreditation. Even for staff, if you are working in accredited hospital, is a very big strength point in your CV. So you should mention in your CV, you are working in CBAHI Accredited Hospital, you are working in JCI Accredited Hospital. It's a very important point in your CV. What about the scenario for accreditation? Actually, you have 2 scenarios for accreditation. Could you select one of these 2 scenarios? How can you be ready for any survey? Just in time scenario or continuous readiness program? What do you prefer? It's a promise also. It's not an only answer. You should promise me now. Just in time scenario or continuous readiness program? Continuous readiness. Yes. So if you would be ready for accreditation, you should have continuous readiness program. Why? What is the difference between just-in-time scenario and the continuous readiness? Just-in-time scenario is fluctuated readiness. You will be ready just in time for the survey. After that, you don't have sustainability. But on the other hand, continuous readiness, you will have sustainability, and you will break crisis situation. You have good people management. Okay. this is the difference, or main difference between just-in-time scenario and the continuous readiness. I hope all hospitals be ready as a continuous readiness. So better to have a continuous readiness than just-in-time scenario. What's your role in accreditation? This is the third point. What's your role in accreditation? By the way, don't care about the PowerPoint. I can share it with you later on, but please give me your attention only to highlight the main points in the presentation. Okay? What's your role in accreditation? You are internal consultant. Your staff will come and ask you. So you are internal consultant. Also, you will be educator. Educator, you should check understanding of standards. Check understanding of standards. Also, you should be data-driven. Data-driven. So you should know what is the quality tools. What is the quality tools? I will show for you in the next slide what is the quality tools. Also, you should have plan for unannounced survey. Actually, you have a visit or survey every day. We have a surveyor every day. Do you know who is our real surveyor, our actual daily surveyor? The patient is actual daily surveyor. So be ready at every time, okay? So you should have a plan for unannounced survey, especially for infection control. Now we have visit from MOH, CBAHI as an unannounced visit. The fifth point, you should think as a surveyor. I will stop at this stage, okay, or this point especially. How can I think as a surveyor? Surveyor, when the surveyor comes, he will do 3 steps. All of these steps have the same suffix, view. So please remember view, okay? View. View, review, interview. View is observation or O. Review is a document review or D. Interview is staff interview or SI. Okay? So you should remember this words and these points. View, review, interview. Okay? Simple. Also, to be data-driven, you should know what is a quality tool. How can you use quality tools? Especially the most common one. This is the most common 7 quality tools. Actually, I explained these tools maybe in 3 hours or 4 hours. But as advice for you, you should know this is the quality tools, and you can use Minitab or Excel. But Minitab is a very easy software. Actually, I advise all colleagues, especially when we do Six Sigma project, to use Minitab. You can do improvement project using BDCA or Focus BDCA or Six Sigma. If you will use Six Sigma, you should use Minitab. And there is, if you search for Minitab, you can get free trial maybe for 1 month. Now we will have very simple workshop to be ready for the accreditation. Any accreditation, CBAHI, JCI, ICA, infection control audit. It's the same sequence. Just know the technique and you can apply, okay? And I will share with you the references to understand in details this technique. Let's start. First of all, what is the accreditation cycle? This is the cycle, this is the steps, but I'd like to focus on this last point. It's a continuous quality improvement journey. So if you will pass the accreditation, if this point is, I will apply, I will approve, I will sign the contract with the JCI, then I will accredit it. If you will accredit it, you should know that it's a continuous quality improvement journey. For JCI standard, we have about 15 standard, and for CBAHI, we have 44. Because CBAHI, more details, if you get CBAHI accreditation, by the way, you can easily pass JCI accreditation. What about this plan? Visit preparedness plan. First of all, you should share with your staff. We have a visit, okay? Then review the highlighted notes in the previous visit. Then review the new updates in the new survey guidelines. For example, JCI now have 5th edition, so you should be updated. This is a real example in hospital. For highlighted notes, if you have highlighted notes, you should know, you should focus on this point because surveyor for sure will ask about this point. This hospital didn't apply antimicrobial stewardship program, so we call for meeting for all committee member, for example, lab staff, pharmacy staff, and we put policy for antimicrobial stewardship and also follow antibiogram from lab and take decision based on this antibiogram. After this hospital gets high score in ICA, by the way, about 97%. So this is for highlighted points. Also, you can do very simple plan like a surveyor. You should think as a surveyor: review, view, interview. Review what? Review document, view observation. For example, I will give just one example for each point, okay? Review document, and review the new policies, updated policies, and so on. The bundles, infection control forms in all the department, by the way. Then for view or observation, you should view isolation room. Is it a pressure, is negative pressure or not, and so on. For staff interview, you should do interview with the staff to increase the self-confidence for the staff. For most expected question in the next visit, CBAHI or JCI question, we prepare file and we ask staff about this expected question for CBAHI and JCI. Also, you should know the score. So scoring technique, if you already met for the standard, you will get 2. Partially met equal 1, not met equal 0.
Just 2 minutes, please. Huh?
Okay. If not applicable, you will write not applicable. If you don't have dentist clinic, so it will not be not applicable. This is an example for standard. You can, it's by the way, it's up to you, but you should be organized. For example, this is the first standard in JCI. I will write the measurable elements for this standard, and then I will check how can I get evidence for each measurable element. For example, this standard is about qualification for the staff in infection control. What is the evidence? I should have staffing plan. I should have personal file with certificate of infection control for the staff. Also, I should have job description for everyone in my department. After that, I should prepare this evidence. So I prepare file like this. I hope I have time to check with you each folder. In this file, I have different folder for each standard, about 44. For example, this is standard for infection control practitioner. What is the evidence? Job description for this practitioner and the staffing plan, and also certificate for infection control practitioner in my department. This is evidence. Now I format. Now I get score 2. Okay, and so on in other standard. By the end, this is the references. Infection control audit, you should be updated as I told you, 2021 ICA. This is a very important reference. Also GCC 3rd edition and CBAHI reference in details. In these references, you'll find the standard and the evidence for each standard. After that, you should take each standard and do table and then do folder as I showed. And JCI 7th edition. Okay, 7, not 6. This is the most recent 7th. At the end, don't forget to celebrate your team to guarantee sustainability. Okay, you should celebrate your team success to have sustainable and continuous quality improvement. Thank you for attention, and I hope for all of you happy National Day. This is my contact. Don't hesitate to contact if you need any of this reference, and if you have any question, you are most welcome. Thank you and goodbye.
معنا الآن الدكتور بروفيسور